Hey everyone, my name is Martin Williams. Thank you for tuning in to the 95 Media YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and I will share with you some really good tips about being your own web manager, helping you to improve your SEO, as well as web design tips, all kinds of good stuff. So subscribe so you can be a part of that. What I wanted to talk about briefly was how to register your website on Google Search Console. It's very important that if you are a new web master or an existing webmaster, maybe you already have a site, but maybe you forgot to register the site on the Search Console. It's very important that you do that because that is the way that Google can crawl your site and put your site information on search results, which will make you a lot more visible on search engines. And it's something that a lot of people forget to do. They don't think to do. They don't even know that they're supposed to do it. You'd be amazed how many people I tell this to and they have no idea what I'm talking about. So I decided to do a video on it. So best thing to do is to search the Google Search Console in your web browser. And once you do that, the link for it should come up. And I'll put the link in the description box. So it'll be right there for you. Click on Search Console. And what you will get, you're going to get a welcome message. And if you've already put some sites on Search Console, the sites that you've put up there will show up right away. Now, if you've never put a site up there, best thing to do is to go to the add property function right here, and then you're just going to put your website information. So I'm going to put a site I'm going to put my site for my web design business. All right, so you'll see already that that site's been added. But if you were to do a new site, I'll just go back to the previous page. If you were to do a new site, which would, let's see, we'll try something like soccerrules.com. Soccer does rule, right? So we're going to add that. And what Google will ask us is it's going to ask us to verify our ownership of the site. So you're not, you can't do this with a site that you don't own. Now, obviously, Soccer Rules is probably something that is already up and running. Obviously, I don't own it. But what you would do is that you would download a file, it's an HTML file, right? And once you save that file, you would go to any FTP site. So the best FTP site that I know of is FTP tool, I should say, is FileZilla. And you would go in there and then you would add that file via the FTP. Now there's several ways to add files to your site. but this is the easiest. Okay. I'm going to do an update because that's what FileZilla does. Close that. So what I would do theoretically is I will go into my FTP site, and if you're someone who hosts their own site, you have all this information already. These are things that you should have written down somewhere. It makes your life a lot easier. Now, this is my 95 Media site, right? So what I would do in this case is, if I were verifying the information for my site, I would go to wherever that file is that I just downloaded. And theoretically, you want to put that file somewhere where you can find it. What I would do is that I would just take that file, that HTML file, and then add it to my directory. Okay, so just gotta find it. Having a little bit of technical difficulty here, so best thing to do is to go ahead and, okay, that's where it is. Technical difficulties, just bear with me a moment. All right, it's always important to remember where you downloaded your file, boys. So you're gonna see that file there. This is the file, all right? It's going to have Google in the front of it, right? And you can drag that over into your site anywhere. Just don't put it in a folder, but anywhere on the site is fine. This is the easiest way to do it, right? Once you drag it over there, then you're good to go. And so, that will allow Google to verify your site. They do it very, very quickly. And within, it only took me about maybe an hour, if that. And once they verify your site, then you are able to see your website on search engines. Okay? And the cool thing about Search Console is that it also gives you some really cool tips as far as improving the SEO of your site. So if I were to click here, they kind of give you like a bit of a checklist of the things that you can do. So you can add all the website versions, preferred version, target country. If you have multiple users, you can manage site users within Search Consoles. So you can, maybe if you have a webmaster who is managing your site, they can have access to this for reporting purposes. Submitting a sitemap file, very important. Be amazed how many people don't do that. And then it's kind of like an overview of working with Search Console. So, these are things that are very important, especially if you decide not to have a web maintenance person on your staff, or, as a freelance web maintenance person. If you decide to go it alone, these are some of the things that you have to know. So it's absolutely something that anybody can do. It's just a matter of making the time to do it and doing it. So hopefully this helps you get your site all set up, and I will talk to you next time.